Hey, Algebra 2 guys. So I wanted to go through a couple of the problems from that first worksheet, just to kind of talk through. So the first one we're going to do is number 6, which was 2x to the third, y to the negative third, times 2x to the negative 1, y to the third. All right, so we take this each one step by step. We're going to first multiply our coefficients, 2 times 2, so that's 4. And then we take our x's with the same base, so we're going to, when we multiply, we add those exponents. 3 plus a negative 1 is positive 2. And then we deal with the y's. So y to the negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Okay, so we're almost done. There's no negative exponents to worry about, but there's one thing we can simplify, which is this y to the 0. And anything raised to the 0 power is going to equal 1. So we're going to do 4 times 1. So this goes away and it's 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, x squared. And that's my final answer. Okay? All right, next one. We've got number 12 that I'm going to go through. So we've got 2x squared raised to the negative 4th. All right, so now we are going to distribute this exponent to both things. So it's going to be 2 to the negative 4th, x to the, when you have an exponent raised to an exponent, we're going to multiply, negative 8. All right, so now I look and I see this is a negative exponent with a base, and this is a negative exponent with a base. So what we're going to do is we're going to relocate those down into the denominator and make them positive exponents, 2 to the positive 4th and x to the positive 8. All right, and so now once we've moved those bases with the exponents down into the denominator and made them positive, we're going to put a 1 up top because there was nothing else left. So the last thing we can do is I can actually do what the number is. 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times, so that is 16. So it's going to equal 1 over 16 x to the 8th. Final answer. All right, so the next one is going to be 21. So looking at 21, we have r squared over 2r to the third. All right, so the first thing we deal with is the numbers. So this is technically a 1r squared, so it's going to be 1 over 2. And then we deal with the bases that are the same, so it's going to be r to the, and when we divide, we subtract those exponents. 2 minus 3, that's negative 1. So again, I have a base with a negative exponent, so I'm going to relocate that down into the denominator and make it a positive 1. But there's already a 2 there, so I'm going to do 2r to the positive 1, and then the 1 is up top. And then we're done. All right, last one that I'm going to do with you is a little bit more complicated, and I probably need more space to do that, so let me get a new fresh sheet. So the one that we are going to do is 26. All right, so 26 says 2x to the 4th, y to the negative 4th, z to the negative 3rd, all over 3 x squared, y to the negative 3rd, z to the 4th. All right, so we deal with the number part first. So 2 over 3 can't be reduced, so it stays as 2 over 3. Then we deal with the x base, so x, and we're going to subtract those exponents. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Now we deal with the y base, so dividing again, so we subtract those exponents. Negative 4 minus a negative 3 is negative 1. Then we deal with the z. Negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. All right, so now when we look at this, we look and we say, all right, here's my base with a negative exponent and another base with a negative exponent. So those are going to be relocated into the denominator. The 3 is already there. Then we're going to do y to the positive first, z to the positive 7. And then a 2 is up in your numerator, and the x squared is going to stay up top because that's positive exponent. And that's my final answer for number 26. All right, guys, so today we're going to be doing a little bit more practice with this. All right.